Guys, I gotta say it. This movie is better than the first one.
Beetlejuice! What the f? Thank you.
After 20 long years, we finally get the sequel that many fans have been asking for. And this long-awaited sequel gets the return of Winona Ryder, Michael Keaton, and Catherine O'Hara, with some brilliant newcomers such as Monica Bellucci, Willem Dafoe, and Jenna Ortega. And I gotta say, they couldn't have casted a more perfect actress to be Lydia Dietz's daughter. We follow Lydia Dietz, who is now a ghost hunter slash talk show host about the supernatural. She's a single parent trying to raise her kid Astrid, who is kind of rebellious. Ever since the death of her dad, there's been this rift between them, and she doesn't believe that her mom can actually see ghosts. She thinks her mom is a fraud. Astrid, not believing in ghosts or the underworld or how hostile it can be, gets led into the underworld, which Lydia Dietz must then go to save her, with the help of the one and only Beetlejuice.
The juice is loose.
I'm gonna make you so happy.
Michael Keaton's return as Beetlejuice is just as iconic and memorable as it was in the first film from the 80s. If not even more memorable, because he actually gets a lot more screen time compared to the first one. Yeah, that's one of my reasons why I think this film is a lot more superior, because he actually has more of a presence here. In the first one, he didn't really appear up until the midway point, and even then, he didn't even have much of a presence until the very end of the movie. In this movie, though, there is so much happening here. There's like 3 or 4 different plot lines going on, and honestly, it kind of jumbles things around a little bit. Monica Bellucci portrays a woman named Dolores and is currently going after Beetlejuice due to their history, which I unfortunately can't go into too much detail because it could spoil a lot of things. But then again, I wasn't all that interested in their plot line, and I kind of wish it didn't exist in this movie. And of course, how can I forget the one and only Willem Dafoe? Willem Dafoe is always a win, okay? He's always a win in every single movie. It doesn't matter. He always gives a fucking stellar performance. His character in this film is hilarious. He's basically a detective in the underworld, but in the real life, when he was alive, he was an actor who portrayed detectives in films. But he's now a detective in the underworld, but also an actor playing a detective in the underworld as an actual detective, if that makes sense. Or maybe I'm not making sense of it. I don't know. Either way, it's fucking hilarious, and he's just having a blast in this film. You could tell Willem Dafoe is just fucking around so much. He has an assistant that just walks in and gives him a cup of coffee in order to give some dramatic monologue from some 1980s noir detective film. So let me break it down for you. Lydia must get the help of Beetlejuice in order to get her daughter Astrid back. Beetlejuice is on the run from Monica Bellucci's character because of their history, and she wants revenge. Willem Dafoe is a detective trying to stop Monica Bellucci's character, but also going after Beetlejuice because he broke some rules. And Lydia's love interest Rory, who is also the producer on her talk show, is trying to marry her on the evening of Halloween. Yeah, there's a lot going on here, and like I said, I would have much preferred if they just took out the whole Dolores plotline. I felt that the time dedicated to Dolores could have been given to the relationship with Lydia and Astrid. As entertaining as it was to see Dolores go on this manhunt for Beetlejuice, I just didn't really care. But let's take a look at the production here for a second, because it looks fucking glorious. It's almost as if they took everything from the first film, copy and pasted it here, and just improved upon it in every single way with modern technology. And my goodness, everything is all the more freakier and better here. And if you were worried that they weren't gonna do claymation here, they definitely do some claymation here. From beginning to end, I was in a packed theater full of fans that were cosplaying, and I had a blast. Beetlejuice doesn't really reinvent the wheel or expand much upon its universe, but it stays true to what it is and was. And thanks to the mind of Tim Burton, this film is just as wacky, crazy, and ridiculous as the first one was. This movie maintains the charm that the first one had, and I think a lot of people are gonna love and appreciate this film. Go watch it and have a good time. All right, that's enough of me. Y'all have a good night.